wanted to start off with a moment of silence and to center myself before I started talking. And I didn't even know if I was going to start talking because it felt so good just to be in the silence and one with all. I know the energies have been really, really intense lately, and it is our responsibility to stay calm and to be in the present moment because that's where love is. If you're not in the present moment, you are worried about what is going on somewhere else. And that causes a lot of tension in our own lives. And I received a vision last night. And I really couldn't make out what it really was. It was really disgusting looking. It looked like a bunch of like wavy, flabby skin, like when somebody has liposuction and they have all this excess skin that they have to get rid of. So I was trying to tune into that upon waking this morning and also just now in the silent meditation. And what I received was, it's like Mama Earth just lost a bunch of weight, and all of that weight was fear-based. It was neglect and abandonment and all of the ugly things that we've been exposed to for the past 100 years or so, really heavily exposed to. And what I felt was that now we can be the surgeons and we can start cleaning up and putting in truth where those deceptions are and where the corruptions were. So, like, with all the systems that we have, there's corruption within all of them. Really, really bad corruption that keeps us from living in love and abundance and living in health. So all of these systems are like a template, okay? We can go in there and erase all of the written in details saying that we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to live like this, we need to live like that, and we can rewrite it how we feel is right for us as humans, as a tribe of humankind. And it's like becoming the doctors, because we're all healers and we can fix everything in our moments. We can fix everything. There's not one thing that we can't fix that we do not have an answer for. We do have an answer for all of it. We just have to get still, and we have to be in the moment, and we have to figure out a way to fix it all with love. I've been feeling really heavy and sad today. And I think it's just because of all of the corruptions that we were shown yesterday. And it's almost like, why do we keep going through this? Why do we keep letting this happen? We didn't have to play along. We still don't have to play along. We didn't have to play along yesterday. We didn't have to play along last month. We didn't have to play along in November, but we did. because that's all we've known for the past 100 years. But we as humans can take our liberty back. We can take it back ourselves by not playing along, by not participating. Actually, like, I want everyone to throw their fucking TVs out of the house. Get rid of them. Okay? If you're not strong enough to turn off the television, to turn off the news that's keeping you sick, that's keeping you in this belief system that you are not all you need, just throw it out. You won't have it. And then you can focus on yourself and your family and what you need to do to survive. Because let me tell you something. When we as a civilization, as Americans, get to a point where we are controlled completely, then everything you own no longer is yours. It will be taken from you. This is all written down. And I can't say where, and I can't say exactly, and I can't even say specific words. So you're gonna have to read between the lines. You're gonna have to feel what I'm trying to show you, because you can feel it. There are a lot of things that we can change just by living one with our community, just what we have around us in our surrounding community. Like, we can do this, but we all have to work together. And there can't be sides. There can't be this and that. We can't keep saying, oh, because we're religious, we can't be spiritual, or if we're spiritual, we can't be religious. No, we've all been brought up in this society. We've all been brought up like this. We have to stop. We got to come together. And I know some people, because I feel it, I know some people do not understand what I'm talking about, and it does not resonate, and that's okay. But what I'm trying to get across is that we don't have to keep fighting. There is no real separation. There's no real division here. And we have to realize that. There's got to be a moment in our life that we realize that we're meant for way more than this. You can't even leave your house. They don't want you to leave your house. They do not want you out in nature to breathe in air, oxygenated air, something that your home, if you're not opening your windows and opening your doors, is not getting. That breaks down your immune system, and it keeps you sick. We are at an all-time high with plant medicine, and a lot of doctors are converting their practices to a holistic-based practice. And a lot of them have risked their lives doing this. So if that is a threat to whatever our society is trying to create, you're going to see them try to take that away from us. And if you have eyes to see it, you'll see it from a long time ago. There is so much corruption on this planet. There is so much lack of love. People put up boundaries to prevent them from creating harmony. And that's the saddest thing that I realized in 2020, is that You can be the most spiritual, loving based person and still have a boundary that's going to prevent you from creating harmony with others. I've seen it hand in hand. So that bothers me. There's got to be something inside of us that tells us to start creating some type of harmony. I know you've heard it. I've heard it. I've been hearing this call for a long time. And if I would have jumped on board 10 years ago, maybe I wouldn't have been so scared to start these videos and start talking about what's really out there. All the different realms, all the different beings, where we came from. If you believe what the history books have told us, that makes me sad. Because there is a world of beauty out there. And all we're being taught is the pain and wars and suffering and how it's hard on this planet. It's not hard to live on this planet. It's not hard to survive on this planet. Life gives life. If you are alive here, you are giving life to this planet, and she is giving life to you. It is the exchange. It is our birthright. It's just a cycle that we chose to experience so that we can learn and expand our consciousness. We're not this body. We chose this body, and we need to honor that. We chose everything about our life, and we need to honor that. Lately, I've been getting the urge to cross my hands like this and put on my chest, and also like this and put on my chest. And I started asking people, do they know what this means? And I haven't really figured out what these things mean, but I'm now looking at it, I feel like I'm weaving my web, and I always place it on my high heart. Your high heart area is it's like your goddess area. It's like your God area. Once you activate this, you can do the tapping and activate it and color in or hem in and center yourself. So maybe that has something to do. This reminds me of a butterfly. I think the second or third person I asked about this actually did know something like this. And she just read about how you can tap like this and it helps your anxiety. Which again, you're tapping on your high heart, which creates this energy between your mind and your heart mind and your soul. And since you have both hands there, it creates like your energy. It builds up your energy. So I guess it doesn't matter like what position you have. If you just have it on your heart, or if you're tapping, you can do that. Let's see. I don't know. I keep thinking that we're going to get this disclosure. We're going to get this full disclosure about the beings on this planet, our evolution, our spirit. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, if we left it up to the people in charge, they don't want us living like this. They don't want us living one with our planet and honoring our planet and only using resources when we absolutely need it and not taking any more. If we don't find this balance between giving and receiving, we're not going to reach. I like to call it the Divine Mother archetype, and I don't think there's much out there. There is like a mother archetype, but there's something deeper than mother that I'm trying to discover, and it's really calling to me, because I know that when we step into mother, we finally realize, and you don't have to be a mom to step into the mother archetype. You can just be a caregiver, a lover of this planet, a nurturer, a good friend. But when you tap into this energy, your heart has to be open. Your vessel has to be clear, which means you don't have a lot of negative belief systems. You don't have a lot of heartache and grief, and you don't have a lot of guilt and shame in your vessel. Your vessel is your body. So when your vessel is clear and open, then you can receive these energies, these divine mother codes that I feel like I am discovering or embarking on, because what she does is teach you to create balance and harmony in this lifetime. And a lot of you may be on that path as well. If you have an M shape on your palms, on both of them, you have to have it on your left and your right hands, then you are a mother archetype, and you need to create balance in your lifetime, in this lifetime. And I'm putting together like a little workshop, or maybe like a little school for these individuals who have the M's on there and who are trying to create harmony and balance in their life. So I'm thinking about launching that in the spring, so look for that come spring equinox. Hopefully it's finished by then, because I would really love to get this started. I think a lot of people need it, and with the recent events, I think we're going to need to focus on more positive things. That's where we can manifest a better outcome. So I wanted to share a little bit of that because it's very dear to my heart. It's something I've been working on my whole life, and it's just now coming full circle. I want to be able to teach women that they are the leaders of this planet. They are the ones that are going to turn this patriarchy society around. And I believe it can be done. I believe it's going to happen. I know that we have to work through understanding it, and then talking about it, voicing it, and then finally we can release it out of our bodies. So just becoming aware of all of the corruption that keeps us separated. That's step one. Now we can start talking about all the corruption and how we're going to fix it. And then we start doing that. Okay? And once we start dismantling all of these systems and rewriting the truth, then we can embody it and really live through that. And that is a more sustaining way. We can all self-sustain ourselves. We do not have to live and work for other people. Yes, create community. Yes, we have to teach our children what this world is really about and their true abilities. There are so many special children out there that still have their clair abilities. They see, hear, speak, and play with the realms on this planet that us as adults have tuned out. All the myths, all the fairy tales, most of them are true. They are based on something or a real realm on this planet that we used to interact with. Humans got greedy. We let our egos run. We let our egos run, we start wreaking havoc on our planet. Because we don't see ourselves as the problem. We've developed a narcissistic belief system about ourselves. And that's really sad, especially as an empath and you can see that pain that you're creating yourself and you have no way out of it, but you keep doing it. That creates a deep sadness in me because I can't reach people like that. You have to be willing to see your patterns for what they are and want to change them. Our little parts that we can change in our daily lives, like not getting upset about this old thing that we always get upset about, not stressing over bills and whatever, because we're always going to be provided for, because we're alive and life gives life. And if you believe that, your angels will never steer you wrong. Yes, you have to put action towards your life. You can't just sit here and be like, oh, I'm going to be okay, everything's going to be protected. No. I worked really hard to create this space, to have time out where I can learn all of these different and sometimes odd endeavors. I'm going to call them endeavors because most of them do not have certificates. It's just something that I wanted to learn or grasp because of some other thing that I was going through or learning at the time. But it's all coming full circle, and I wish I would have started a long time ago, because now we're in the thick of it and I have all these emotions and I'm scared to talk about it because I know what's happened to other people. But you can be scared and brave at the same time. You can still talk about your truths and what you believe in and how. I know we can fix this with all of my heart, my entire being. I know we can fix this planet. But we have to work together. And I don't know how to get people to work together. You don't know how many times I've lost a friend because they put up some boundary that blocked them from some type of unconditional love. And it's like they don't know that they were just uncomfortable with being comfortable. So we put up these walls. We put up these boundaries that say, I'm not going to give my love to this group. I'm not going to give my love to this race. And we create these traps. We create these traps ourselves. And I feel that. And I know it's okay. I know it's going to be okay. But I still feel it. And I still let it out. I don't hold anything in. If I feel it at the time, I release it. I have really healthy chi. That is our energy. And when it wants to release, I release it. That's what tears are. Your tears are chi energy. And people are so insecure about tears and people crying. And I hate that. Like, it's the one thing I hate because it's another trap. It is a natural emotion to cry. And someone once told me that I was the goddess of vulnerability. And I totally felt that because I've given so many people the opportunity to open up and show compassion when they wouldn't. And now I see that karma in their life playing out. And I see where I was that mirror where they could have gained some better karma just by being compassionate towards me. And I think I signed up for that role because, well, if no one else is going to do it, I'm going to do it, right? And other light workers and empaths will get that. It's pretty funny. Like, okay, yeah, I'm the one who knows most about that shit, so sign me up. But all joking aside, I felt that. And looking back, I see where I held that for people. And I still do. I want people to understand how energy works, how compassion works, how prayer works. And it's okay if we don't get it right the first time, as long as we keep trying. Because there will be times where you're going to go through it, but you're not going to feel the same way every time. And that will express growth. But if you're going through the same thing and you have the exact same emotion every time, notice that, because there's where you need to change. That's what's going to create more harmony into your life and open up your vessel. Getting rid of all of those triggers that keep us separate, that keep us fighting with each other. I hope that love finds you all. I hope that love finds you all. Because once in love, you can figure out who you really are. Because we've been through the pain. We've been through the suffering. We know exactly who we are through that. Let's figure out who we are through the love. Let's figure out who we are when we express compassion, when we help without wanting anything in return, when we just express our truth. That will help set us free. I believe that every once in a while, we should take a vow of silence. And if you can't do it for 3 days, do it for 1 day or for 10 hours or something. Try to make it short and sweet, I guess. It will change something inside of you. It'll activate something. Whatever it is for you, some type of energy, some type of blockage, unconscious or subconscious or not. Whether you know about it or not, it will create something inside of you to where you may be able to see a bigger picture. You just have to get silent and feel into it. You can get lost in the silence and you can't feel your body. You don't know where you've placed your hands on your body because you just feel everything. You felt into this whole planet. You felt into the corruption and you felt into the love. You felt into the past felt into the future, right here in this now moment, in your silence. And the beauty of that is that you know you are whole, and you always were. And it's just our society and what we were taught to believe that created this disconnection between us and our high heart, our soul. But if you can reconnect, you will start to remember. You will start to remember. And once you felt lost, they will take it away. Because you don't deserve that feeling. Yeah, you chose to experience it so that you can transmute it. You were never meant to hold on to it. You were never meant to hold on to that much heavy that it disconnected you from your own spirit. And once you do, oh my gosh, how alive are you gonna feel? I got so mad when I realized I wasn't alone. I never go a moment alone. Someone who loves me very much is always walking beside me. And you have to feel that. And you have to be awake to feel that. So let's have a little moment of silence as I end this. And let's visualize us taking all of that extra skin that Mama Earth all that weight that she just lost, and let's clean it up. Let's wash it. Let's clean it. Take any water and just clean it. So let's visualize loving ourselves and cleaning Earth and thanking the universe for taking the corruption off of this planet. Because we see it, now we're here to feel it so that we can heal it. And I know that sounds cheesy, but hey, maybe we need that. Maybe we need to laugh. Maybe we need to cry. And maybe we just need to fucking feel, Feel it. Like, I challenge you to feel yourself. Okay. I bless you all. And I welcome you to the new life, to the new age, and to your true self. Because without knowing your true self, we are truly lost. By knowing yourself, by knowing who you really are, is knowing that all is well. So be in your moment, love with all of your heart, and no matter what happens out there, you can choose what happens here. I hold you accountable. I hold myself accountable. I am a sovereign being. I was brave enough to be alive at this moment because I have the wisdom inside of me to change it. Believe in yourself. Believe in your calling. Connect with yourself. I love you.